County Council committees are in full swing reviewing this year's operating budget proposal from the executive. Recently, the Public Safety Committee reviewed funding for school safety and security. And as Susan Kenedy tells us, some adjustments have been recommended. Susan?
Sonia, the Public Safety Committee has taken a look at the proposal for school resource officers in this year's budget, and they're asking for additional officers to help address some of the issues facing our schools. Just a few years ago, every high school in Montgomery County had its own school resource officer. However, budget cuts forced the county to cut some of these positions. Council President Craig Rice says he wants to start putting these officers back in every high school to give students the opportunity to have one additional person they can talk to.
I think what we realized and what we saw from a nationwide trend in terms of unfortunate school incidences, whether they were shootings, stabbings, violence in our schools, we realized how important these school resource officers were, oftentimes in staving off these incidents from even happening. You know, hearing the word that, oh, there's going to be a fight in the cafeteria and XYZ student brought in a knife to school today, and that school resource officer can go and actually ameliorate that situation. That's actually a real situation that happened here in Montgomery County schools. And so I think that the real big story is the story that you never see.
The Public Safety Committee has put 8 new school resource officers on this year's budget reconciliation list. By adding 8 officers to the executive's budget proposal, every high school would be served by an officer. The plan could cost the county about $1 million, which Rice says is money well spent.
When you tack on the value of one child or the value of one of these incidences that could happen at any one of our schools, there's no question that this is money well spent. But they do more than just staving off those. They also work in the community. They're working to make sure that folks who might not have food to eat know the resources that are out there for them, whether it's mental health resources and making sure that they're tied to those, sponsoring kids for recreation programs that might be lower income. Those are all things that our school resource officers do, so they really are kind of triage.
The council is scheduled to take a final vote on the budget later next month. To get updates on where things stand with this year's budget proposal, you can visit the council's webpage and click on Budget Updates under Council Activities. In Rockville, I'm Susan Kenedy for County Report This Week.